This podcast contains potentially adult language, adult themes, definitely drinking, and possibly sexual context. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Drinking with Authors. This is the literary briefs edition. Eventually I'll have an underwear sponsor, and then I will be showing, so I can show off my underwear on live cameras. That's what I've decided.
I didn't know that was what we were going to do.
Yeah, so I don't know if I keep saying that, they might not sponsor me. We're not sure what's going to happen there.
Or they're going to be like double down to do it.
Yeah. I would hope so. Anyway, if you got a shark pattern, you'll see shark cheeks. Let's make this happen. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm sorry I'm getting over COVID, so I might cough, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Right now, you're listening to us, hit that button. And if you would please do so, leave us a review, however you are looking at us, whether this is on video or you're just listening. We love reviews, especially if you've been drinking along with our other episodes and you're a few drinks in with us. And if you have, if you are an author, this is what happens when we do literary briefs. People don't realize necessarily that we record the other one while drinking and then we do this one. Okay, maybe they do. Anyway, if you are an author that wants to be on our show, or you have an author you'd like us to hunt down like a dog, email us at drinkingwithauthors@gmail.com. I'm going to keep saying that. I've gotten a couple emails, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm not going to give names if you want me to hunt down an author, but email us if you want to be on the show or you have somebody you think should be on the show. Our sponsor today is Skunk Brothers Spirits. Coupon code DWA10. Check them out. They're veteran and brother and family kind of owned. They're amazing. They have amazing beverages and they have amazing drink recipes. I think you'll be seeing more of those on our social media soon, I believe. And okay, now that I've done all of that, did I already introduce my co-host and everything? Did I do that part? No. Okay.
No, that was just your intro.
Okay. Hey, I got my intro done. I have a very professional Post-it that tells me what to do so I don't forget when I'm drinking, when I'm doing. Okay. So my apparently less drunk than I am co-host, C.R. Rice today. Yes, put that on a goddamn t-shirt. And
less drunk.
less drunk. And our amazing guest today is Anna Sellheim. Okay, let's talk about what we're drinking, because I'm trying to get all this before I forget. I've had COVID and haven't been drinking for a couple of weeks, and I feel like my gin is coming to fucking haunt me. Whatever. Okay, so this in my Drinking with Authors swag that will be available soon to win or something on, so I don't know, the social media goddesses are fixing that, so I'm sure I'll just be sending it to somebody, is grapefruit juice and gin. So it's gin and juice. I'm going to keep saying that till Snoop Dogg personally calls me and tells me to stop fucking saying that. So that this is my
juice generally.
What
juice do you generally use?
I don't know what the gin and juice is supposed to. Do you know what the gin and juice is supposed to be?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it.
You need to Google that, because we'll talk about what you're drinking first, CR, and then Google that.
So I am drinking out of these two. I'm gonna have to combine them. It is hot chocolate and Bailey's, because it dropped down to only 84 degrees in Florida today.
Halloween cups. You know it is 50 degrees up here.
Where are you?
I would die.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, Anna, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a huge thing of water, and a mini Diet Coke can, because it's Tuesday, baby.
Yeah. Unlike me and CR, where we're like, fuck it.
I think you guys can handle your booze in a way that I can't.
Well, we're both.
I mean, I definitely can. Some of us can.
Well, shut up. I had COVID and couldn't drink.
You catch me on a Friday, I'd be right there with you, but. Yeah.
This says gin and juice is a combination of lemon and lime to orange and grapefruit juice. You have to combine it.
There you go.
You have to just.
That's a lot of
with
effort.
A little bit of.
We know that you'll put effort into these things, and I do even though I'm a bartender and I've done bartending for years in the past, I put the least amount of effort into making drinks for this show as humanly possible.
So when someone ordered a gin and juice from you at a bar, What did they get?
I never had that happen
Oh,
in
wow.
my entire life.
Oh,
I've
okay.
had people say drinks to me before, and I haven't bartended in many, many moons, but I used to have an app that I could type the drink in. There's
would tell
like
you?
4 different apps to see if the drink was actually a drink. So I had
Oh.
a very sly way of doing it one-handed under the counter, which sounds kind of naughty, but anyway, I did it one-handed under the counter. And so I could look up what they were saying, right? To see if it was a real thing. But the amount of people who would try to be like, give me a yellow Post-it. And I'm like, what the fuck is a yellow Post-it?
Yeah.
So I'd be like, do you know what's in that? And how many people would go, no? I'm like, okay, well, it's not an actual thing. So what else would you
The
like?
ridiculous thing is like when you go and like I always do Captain and Diet if we go out. Like it is what it is. And they're always like Diet what? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? They're like, yeah, like Diet what? I'm like, I don't understand what your question is. Like it's nobody drinks rum, like spiced rum with anything but like either mixed into a drink straight if you're savage and having a rough day, or with like a dark soda.
Coke
Them's
or
the
Pepsi.
rules.
Like I'm gonna
Right.
put Diet
That's the
Sprite with
rules.
that. Let me do Captain and Diet Sprite.
Yeah, or freaking,
Diet
like,
orange soda. That sounds like a
It
great
always-
combo.
it always confused me. I was like, excuse me? What do you mean? Like the captain? I mean like, Captain Morgan. And they're like, no, Diet what? I'm like, you know what? I can't drink here. This is too fancy for me.
So when I was learning how to drink in college, I was a big fan of pouring as much of whatever alcohol I was given with a Diet Coke double gulp Slurpee it's not good. It tasted like garbage, but this is how you learn. And when I
You
say
don't learn, you just instinctively know how to drink. Maybe it's the Irish in me. You just know.
no, I just go up to a bartender and I say, what is going to be sweet and get me royally messed up? And then they make me a drink.
Ooh, anything with vodka. Anything.
Yeah, vodka is my favorite though, because you can't taste it. Like I can't do a rum in the same, but also there was a whole time in college where I was just chugging vodka and that wasn't going well either, right? Because I didn't know how to drink.
Well, you shouldn't.
This
first
is
of all-
not drinking advice for anybody, just in
No,
case.
the point is this was
No,
bad. Don't do this.
No, this is to cover our ass.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to
not
give
even
away
drinking.
one of my boyfriend's secrets. Have you ever heard of doing a round and round?
No.
No,
Okay,
what's that?
so I'm going to pull up this song and I want very little judgment as we go through this, but there is
There's
a
a
song that they
song.
used to do. They used to do this. What they would do is drink during this song, and there's breaks in the song, so you drink through an entire thing, and I'm going to play it so everybody can understand, and then you stop out of the bottle.
Okay, see,
ready?
you just have no will to live.
Yeah, here we go. Let me see if you guys can hear it. But it's called
And
No
you
Speak
drink until the
Americano.
break? You drink until the break, or you drink through
Yeah,
the
you
break?
drink until it goes. Hold on, here we go. Drink, 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 drink. And then you're still drinking, by the way. And now you stop and pass it to the next person.
So
Fun.
yeah,
First of all, drinking is fun. You're just making it visual. You're going to be over the toilet in a second. The best way to do it is we have a wall of shame in our house. This is probably terrible. It's everybody that's thrown up in our house from drinks we have made people. I
Oh,
think we're
wow.
up to 17 after the draft party. It got a little out of hand. But Corey makes the best drinks in the entire world. But if he doesn't drink it, don't touch it. Burn it, throw it outside, do something, because he'll make something and pass it to you, and then he just goes like this and waits.
oh my God.
Most delicious thing in the entire world, guaranteed you will probably die.
Well, so the reason I started chugging vodka in college is because I was hanging out with a bunch of Russians and they had been playing vodka pong instead of beer pong. And so then I got a taste for it. Again, I barely drank in college. I did not drink that much. I've never been a big drinker, but I don't know. I will say I'm not Irish. So maybe I didn't naturally know exactly what I needed And now I still don't know what I need, except generally I just get a lemonade and put a ton of vodka in it. That's about it. Like, that's usually
Okay.
like, because I liked Mike's Hard Lemonade, but it's not strong enough. So,
Yeah,
I'm super
no.
simple.
It just, the Round and Round was, they do it for the song,
Mhm.
and then they would go out and get wasted.
Yeah,
And
dude,
go
it's
out and
breaking
party.
me.
What do you
So
mean
anyway,
go
we're
out
not
and get
doing
wasted?
what
Okay,
we're
yes,
supposed
we're
to
not
be doing here, just for the record. So
Sorry.
I actually understand how this show is supposed to work, because I've done it hundreds of times.
Yeah.
That's why
So-
you're the host and I'm the co-host.
And I'm just a guest.
What the fuck does that have to do with a single goddamn thing we're talking about?
It's an excuse as to why we got off track.
Oh, you are so fired. If I was paying you, you'd be fired, but I'm not. Anna, what's your favorite book of all time?
I don't have one. Look, that's not true. Lolita.
Why?
I read it at a very specific time in my life. There's a podcast called Lolita Pod that really goes into it, but I think it really shows how heinous the protagonist is without him realizing it. And it spoke to me, and especially learning more about Vladimir Nabokov and how he used it to process his own sexual abuse as a child. It's still my favorite book. But like,
Very cool.
I don't even think I could read it now compared to when I was obsessed with it as a teenager.
Okay, what about what is your least favorite book of all time?
The Island of the Blue Dolphins.
Why is that?
Okay, so I read it
Familiar.
in 6th grade, and I don't remember anything about it except I liked the majority of things we read during that time, and I just thought this was the most boring drudgery book, and I used it as a punchline for like a decade, and I don't think anyone knows what it is anymore. It's about, I think, like a group of indigenous youth that have to flee when something happens to their tribe, but it's just a bummer of a book.
Okay.
You just said your favorite book was about a guy overcoming his sexual assault as a child.
But it's not boring. This is Island of the Blue Dolphins really boring. It's not that it's sad,
Okay.
it's boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very true. Okay. What is your favorite book that was made into a movie or TV series?
Do I have to like the TV series or movie?
Oh yeah. So what's your favorite one?
Okay.
Yeah. The word favorite implies you like it.
No, I meant not the. No, do I have to like the thing they created based on the book? That was the question.
I got it. Okay.
And I also don't. What I gotta think. Oh man. What did they make into a movie or TV series? I feel like I don't know. There's got to be a manga somewhere in there.
I was gonna say there's a manga. There is
There's a lot of really good
anime.
ones.
Those qualify. What do you think?
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I guess if I want to go with an anime that's just relevant now, probably One Punch Man is both a really good manga and a really good anime.
Very cool. Joss?
Yeah, I don't agree at all.
You don't have to agree. It's not about you. It's about her. You ask your question.
Okay, if you could have any main character as your sidekick, who would it be? Or be any main character. I combine two. If you could be
so
any
I
main
would-
character, who would it be?
So if I was going to be a main character in any book, God, who has it like really fucking good? Wow, why am I blanking on everything? I feel like so many stories I like are about overcoming adversity, and I would love to just have a book where there's no adversity, but I feel like that's impossible because conflict is kind of inherent to a story. What's a romance that I can think of? You know what? I'll be down with Discworld. I'll go with Unseen Academicals. I'd be down to be her. Like, she gets to go off and
Okay.
have adventures with her goblin boyfriend, and I'm down with
Do
that.
what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Who would you want to be your sidekick?
In any book. Trying to think of a.
It doesn't have to be a fiction book. It can be a manga.
Yeah, any book.
No, so yeah. Let's say. Who is a character I was really in love with? God, okay, well, let's just say Magic Knight Ray Earth. I was in love with a character named Fario, and he would be my sidekick. I don't know. Like,
What did you want to be his love interest?
yeah, well, I mean, it's like the same. I guess. I mean, I guess if I have a sidekick, who is a creature that's super magical? There's like a Blob X-Men. I don't remember his name. There's also a Purple Dragon mini X-Men, and having like a thing with magical powers would probably be very good.
Okay. All right. Seems legit. Do you want me to keep going with mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, if you found $1 million in a random place, what would you do with it?
I'd buy an apartment and I'd invest the rest of it.
Solid choice. Very nice. Okay,
like
what is your
Go ahead,
favorite
you.
weird food combination?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What is your favorite weird food combination?
Oh goodness. I don't know. I'm pretty normie when it comes to food. I don't really mess with like, yeah, I'm not a big sauce person. So, I'll eat, yeah, because I like stuff for super plain. I don't know if I have a weird, I'm eating fried shrimp with duck sauce right now. That's pretty weird, I guess, with broccoli. There you go. That's probably a weird one.
Okay, I'll put it on the list.
Yeah. What is your writer's Achilles heel? What is something that you have to watch to make sure you don't do it?
I have to make sure that I don't have a fictional character that is just me in a fictional scenario. So I need my fictional characters to be more well-rounded. And the other one is I need to show anybody that's in my autobiographical work more empathy than I might be feeling.
Okay.
All right.
Very cool. If you could be any mythical creature, what would you be and why?
Mythical creature.
Or fantastical?
Well,
Somebody
okay.
said a minotaur once and it really threw us off. So
I mean, I think a mythical creature. I guess I mean, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of one that like wouldn't be ostracized and hunted down.
no, it doesn't matter if it's ostracized or hunted down.
But yeah, I just wouldn't want to be it. I'd be down with being. I think flying would be cool. So I could see myself being like a Pegasus unicorn kind of deal. But if you're going myth,
No, Pegasus unicorn is kind of a mythical creature. Yeah,
right.
You're good.
Yeah.
And why would you want to be one of those? Just because you could fly?
Yeah, the flying and I think the aesthetic of it is very good. I like the visual aesthetic of a Pegasus unicorn. I'd be very rainbow and glittery as well. That kind of deal.
Wouldn't it really screw up your day if they were actually really boring and plain?
I mean, that I honestly, if I saw any plain, if I saw the like plainest Pegasus ever, I'd be freaking out in a negative. I'd be losing my mind anxiety wise about what's going on in the world. But yeah.
I'd see that.
Okay.
All right. What is something that is on your like, I'll never do this again, your anti-bucket list?
Anti-bucket list. God, there's so many things. I'm such a homebody, and there's so many adventures I've done. I will never work at anything overtly political again, whether it is a campaign or a nonprofit. I will not be working in any kind of overtly political sphere ever again.
I
Okay.
can see that.
I can understand that.
It sounds boring.
Yeah. Chelsea.
If you could have theme music follow you around, what would you want it? And what would it be?
If I had free music all year round?
No, if you had theme music follow you around, what would it be?
Oh man, It would probably be. God, I would love some theme music. Assuming
But it has to be the same song. It's the same song, like a TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always the same song.
So I'd be down with that. I just got to think of what would a theme song be? Probably something without lyrics, right? Like I'd probably do something like a rat-a-tat song, something like that, or some kind of like electronic lo-fi thing. I think would be a good theme song, just because it's pleasant and you probably wouldn't get sick of it, versus something with really loud, overt lyrics.
Okay. What is your least favorite mode of transportation? I'm just grasping at straws at this point.
Planes. I hate flying. I think it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm cool with cars and I'm cool with trains. Planes. It's not really that I hate planes. I hate airports. So, yeah.
Yeah, airports are kind of a pain in the ass.
Airports do suck. I agree with that.
That's why you get TSA pre-check.
I have TSA pre-check, trust me, and they make it less sucky. I also have global entry, which makes it less sucky.
What is global entry?
So, global entry, basically you kind of do an FBI background check and everything like that. You can pay to do this, and it allows you, when you come back in the country from other countries, you basically just go to this monitor that takes a picture of your face and prints out that you're approved to be in the country. So you just get that, like, yeah. It basically means they background checked you and you're not a crazy person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
are you two like big world travelers?
I just got back from Iceland, so.
Damn, dude, that's cool.
Yeah. I think adventure is what you should do in life. That's the thing. I'm trying to remember what question is next. What question is next, CR? What have I forgotten?
Okay, I have a weird one.
Okay.
What is something that is completely normal if you just do it a couple times, but if you keep doing it, it's weird?
Oh, that is a fabulous question.
That is a great question.
That is a great question.
So it's one of those questions that keeps me up at night.
Yeah, so it's something, it's like something that you'd have to be experimenting with, and everybody kind of experiments with it, but then if you make it a habit, you're a freak. Goodness. I'm trying to think of some weird experimental. I feel like there's like a certain kind of performance art that like certain kinds of performance art, I think a lot of people do when they're first starting out. I think this actually, you could do it with any kind of writing too. Like babies first, kind of like your whatever fiction writers would probably do as their first. So for cartoonists, a lot of them start with having, this is exactly my fucking answer. Okay, so
so exciting.
Yeah, well, I'm about to drag on people, which is one of my favorite things to do. So in comics, a lot of ways people create short fiction is because they come up with original characters, but they'll come up with a Mary Sue insert of themselves. I'm sure you've heard of this because it happens in I don't know if it happens in fiction too, but you come up with the coolest character ever that is you, and then you put it in a universe that is already created. Okay. And so when you're young and doing that, that's fine. The TikToks that I have come across of like really, well, I know this person that's in love with like the scam doctor from The Simpsons, and she has a Mary Sue, and her TikTok is just dedicated to that character and all the art she commissions. And then there's this amazing fucking animator that just does Mary Sue of her OC dating Goofy. She's just dating Goofy. And like, so it's stuff like that. I think it's not necessarily doing it a couple times and then making it a weird habit. I think it's more, you do that kind of weird thing at a young age, but if you don't outgrow it and you're like a 40-year-old woman with your OC dating Goofy, that is weird to me. So.
All right.
I have to agree with that 100%.
I have to say, I think that was like the best question we've ever asked.
I agree. And with that, we'll wrap up where we are right now.
Okay.
Anna, shameless self-promotion time, because I don't think we're gonna beat that.
Oh, again? Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it's a
sorry.
whole other episode.
New episode.
I'm
How do
sorry.
you not know that? We shouldn't know that. We're the ones drinking.
My mistake. Okay. So you can find me at I have comics for free to read on my website, sellheim.com. I'm also at I'm at Patreon, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok at Anna Sellheim. The Patreon helps support the printing of zines. It is charged per project, not per month. So I make about anywhere from 4 to 6 zines a year. So you would get charged. You can get a digital copy for as low as $3 on the Patreon level. And I also have a store envy, which is also linked through my website, Anna Sellheim store envy. And yeah, that's about it.
Very cool. Very cool. So where was I going?
Sticky note.
Sticky note. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can hit that button right now while you're listening to me forget where the hell I was, because now I'm all the way at the end of this drinking endeavor that I'm on. And don't forget, now's the best time to leave us a drunk review of our show. Woo, we'd love to hear what you think. And you can always email us at drinkingwithauthors@gmail.com. And our sponsor today has been Skunk Brothers Spirits. Coupon code DWA10 and you can get awesomeness from them. Okay.
Yes.
You
are Erica Lance.
I am Erica Lance. Wow. This is, thank you, COVID, resetting my tolerance levels in 2022. I am your host, Erica Lance. My amazing yet slightly sarcastic right now co-host is CR Rice, and our guest has been Anna Sellheim, and we will see you guys next time. Woot!
Woo!